All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. All right, so leading really like the news right now is also now Hurricane Milton that is headed its way towards the Florida Panhandle, or Florida, specifically Tampa. So take a look. This is video of people leaving, evacuating
Yeah.
near Tampa, Florida, heading north out of the path of Hurricane Milton. I mean, I can't even imagine having to pack up your family or your belongings and then just drive.
Yeah.
But you can see the highway just overflowing with people getting out of the way.
And they're taking the advice of emergency officials, which is good.
Yes.
To leave.
That's a good, exactly, because I think it's supposed to hit Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, so they are getting out of there now, which is, that's really important.
Yeah, now it's the
good.
time. But where do you go in an instance like that, right?
I mean, if you don't have family or friends north, like you're right, where do you go? And then you know, the hotels are going to be inundated, packed.
Yeah.
If you can get one, it's quite a mess. And then just keeping your fingers crossed of, okay, is my home still going to be
okay,
there?
yeah.
I mean, so thinking of those people down there. Okay, have you heard of this? Sober October. You know, there's always dry January, but now Sober October is kind of like this new thing. And doctors say it's actually kind of a really good thing to, you know, if you've been drinking, to kind of take a break from drinking. And it also helps, you know, obviously improves your health, but it helps people. Taking a pause helps people regain, you know, their control of drinking. And it also, studies show that if you take a month off, you'll drink less throughout the year because you've just taken that break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a sober or a sober-ish October.
So even cutting back.
It's helpful, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I feel like October is a difficult month too because you've got Halloween parties and
football tailgates.
So
right? I was gonna do the Sober October, and then I was at a tailgate this past weekend. I did cut back. I only had 2 drinks throughout the 6-hour
there you
day.
Go.
So.
Well, just wait till January.
That's true.
You'll get this during January. Dry January.
Dry
right?
January. I do that every year, and I feel great
afterward.
Yeah. So, all right, take a look at this. I think this is so cool. This is drone video in Colorado. This is footage of the world's longest continuous set of dinosaur tracks.
Wow.
How cool is that?
That is pretty cool.
Right? I'm just like envisioning dinosaurs just, walking along.
It's amazing that they're still there after all this time.
Right? And it doesn't look like they had a dig. I don't even know if they dug. I'm not sure to find this. But 134 footprints running 106 yards long. It just helps, for me, it helps me really be able to visualize. Okay, the dinosaurs were here, they were alive.
And how big they were.
Yes.
Right? Wow.
It's kind of amazing, but pretty neat.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yep. All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at our local headlines on this Tuesday morning. A UNC Asheville student from Albemarle County is helping with the Hurricane Helene relief efforts in North Carolina. Nate Sullivan here has traveled from Central Virginia to Asheville more than 3 times already with donated supplies. The 20-year-old says despite living in Asheville for a year and a half, he feels a strong connection to that area. UVA Health will postpone certain elective surgeries to help conserve IV fluid supplies. This after Hurricane Helene disrupted the supply chain for North Carolina-based vendor that provides 60% of IV products across the country. UVA Health says it will contact you if your surgery needs to be postponed. All right, well, according to a new poll out of Christopher Newport, Vice President Kamala Harris is leading former President Donald Trump by 11 points in Virginia. While Virginia was almost considered a swing state earlier in the election cycle, if you remember, Harris's entry into the race has has allowed Democrats to pull ahead. The majority of Virginia voters said Harris would be better at handling 7 of 8 issues featured in the poll, including inflation. And as we mentioned earlier on in the morning rush, Florida's west coast right now is bracing for a direct hit from Milton. It's a Category 4 storm this morning and is expected to make landfall later this week. Evacuation orders have been issued, and Tampa Bay has not been directly hit by a major storm since 1921. So more than 100 years.
Yeah, I talked to some friends down there, and they're leaving, heading up to Savannah, Georgia. There's mandatory evacuations in place. And we're talking about a storm surge, 10 to 20 feet. That could be certainly life-taking. Rain expected to exceed over 12 inches with gusty wind. So we'll continue to update that. Fortunately, not going to have an impact on our forecast. We'll continue to see a lot of sunshine as we go through the next several days. Chilly start this morning. We'll get up to 70 today, a little below normal. More seasonal tomorrow with sunshine, 74. Tomorrow night, we could see some frost, especially for the Shenandoah Valley. And then as we look ahead to Friday, look for sunshine, mid-70s, and we'll start to warm up as we look ahead to the weekend with a pretty nice-looking weekend coming up. Of course, we got the game coming up on Saturday, and we should see temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. But overall, pretty dry forecast for us.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, David, and thank you guys for joining us for the Morning Rush. We'll take a look now at traffic this morning. This is a live look at 29 at Rio Road in Albemarle County. You can see traffic is moving smoothly on this Tuesday morning. I hope you guys have a great work day, a great school day out there, and we'll see you again on 29 News at noon.